Hey, y'all. It's time to behold the Lamb, day 8. Okay, so if you're just jumping on and want to go back to day 1 or 4, then do it. But we've been on a 28-day challenge to behold the Lamb. What is that? God said to me, the world is full of darkness and everybody is beholding the darkness because it's all around. But who is beholding the Lamb? And he said to begin a challenge where we would change the narrative and teach prophetic people how to behold the Lamb every day because he's speaking to us. The Lord said to up my personal game. I felt like the Lord said, you behold the Lamb in brand new ways. And so I've been doing that. I've been beholding the Lamb in brand new ways every day. And every day, God's speaking to you. I've got a story this morning about how I beheld the Lamb, and everybody's jumping in the comments and saying how they beheld the Lamb in the morning, in a conversation, in a book, through music, different ways of beholding the Lamb. And we've got to stay consistent on this thing to change the narrative. Do you know it takes at least 21 days to change the narrative and to build new neural pathways inside of your brain? And so if you behold the Lamb for 28 days, it's going to change the rest of your life. You're going to behold the Lamb every day. You're going to get on a trek of beholding God every day. And God is speaking to you. Some of those ways are subtle. It's like what the Bible says, he who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches. You've got to have an ear for it. You've got to develop an eye, peripheral vision to behold the Lamb every day. So I'm going to tell you my story, but I want you to put in the comments how you're beholding the Lamb. And then I want you to read the comments because all of those on my pages are going to read these and they're going to go, gosh, how am I beholding the Lamb? And so as an ecclesia, we get to set the standard and remind people, behold the Lamb every day. So here's how I beheld the Lamb today. It was awesome. Um, I had some quiet time this morning and I love to talk to the Lord. I love to worship him. I love to sit before him and get downloads in the exchange of worship and adoration and revelation as I speak over him, his greatness. He speaks over me, what he's doing, and all of that sort of sharing back and forth. Sometimes that leads me into great encounters in the spirit realm. Today, it was in silence. I just sat there in silence and beheld the Lamb. And sometimes, you can tell the Lord is just like, hey, no more words. You just behold me in silence. And I did. I sat in silence for a good while and just beheld the Lamb and the peace of God that came over me in silence. Sometimes you're with people and you just know no words would do. We just hung out and there was no words needed and we just enjoyed each other's company. Times that by 100x. And here's God with you in silence. That's how I beheld the Lamb today, and it was amazing. All right, let me hear how you are beholding the Lamb today. Let me hear how you are beholding the Lamb in this season, and let's change the narrative for people